guys, welcome to today's episode of Community Links, where service meets students. I'm Caitlin Pages.
And I'm Alyssa McFadden. On today's episode, we're going to get to know Hannah and Casey from their trip to Honduras.
Later, the Community Service Chair of Delta Sigma Pi, DSP, Dan Hall, will sit down with us to share his experiences with the LaSalle's business fraternity.
Without further ado, we're here with Hannah Bro and Casey Shu to talk about Honduras. Hi guys, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Thanks for making the trek all the way down to the comm center.
I brought my car.
We drove here, so not much of a trek for you.
One thing that I find very interesting about your trip in particular is that this was the first year that the trip was held, taken, whatever, anything like that, to Honduras. What was that like being the first kind of like founding trip members?
I thought it was really cool. We never knew what to expect because we hadn't heard anything from other students who've been there, but throughout the trip we would keep looking at each other and be like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to like tell my friends to do this. And like, we're like the pioneers of this trip. So that was kind of cool. It had like a new perspective on it because we went into the trip with no expectations.
It's kind of nice. Having expectations is sometimes not good when you go into a service trip, but what was something that you knew that you were going to do and you were excited before you got there? Maybe that was in the initial planning or where you're going to stay, stuff like that.
Well, I guess one of the things we were pretty excited about was, so the nonprofit that we worked with called Torch in Honduras, we were in contact the whole time with like the head of that, and his name was Mark, and we actually got to FaceTime with him, and that's how the trip actually came to be at LaSalle. Tyler Steffi, I'm sure you guys are aware, he does stuff for late night. His dad is involved with his nonprofit, so we had a connection there. And we were talking with Mark, and Mark just, from the minute we got to like speak with him on FaceTime, he really inspired us, and we just knew it was going to be awesome. The only thing we knew for sure that we were going to do was build houses. So we were all really excited for that, but we knew that that was only going to be certain days. So it was nice to have something for sure, but kind of like an element of surprise, I guess.
I remember being specifically anxious about, he said, oh yeah, we're just gonna build a house like in an afternoon, it won't take that long. We'll probably be done with a group your size around 12:30 or 1. And I was like,
we're like, okay.
I was like, no way, but yeah, it worked.
And we built 2.
In 6
awesome.
hours.
Yeah.
6 hours? That's all
Each
it
house.
took?
Yeah, per house. But
Wow,
yeah,
that's awesome.
we had extra help with like people who knew what they were doing more than us, but it was still cool.
That's really cool.
What is it like building a house for Honduras? Because I'm sure it's different than like Habitat for Humanity standards or any of the other trips or anything like that.
Yeah, totally different.
So what was it like building a house in Honduras with the resources you have and everything like that?
I guess we should preface it by saying the house is a 16 by 16 wood box with a aluminum roof. Yeah, and
Wood box.
Yeah, it has a window and a door and wood floor. And so it's not like the house that we would think of. It would never be passed by
There's
our
no like
standards
cement
here,
foundation.
but they last for, I think he said like 20 years usually.
Mark told us that they're supposed to last for 15. I guess that's what they guarantee. But all throughout the week when we would drive through villages, Mark would point out houses and be like, that was a Torch house that we built. And it would have been there. He'd be like, oh, that was 22 years ago.
Yeah.
So they have an expectancy of 15 years, but they can
They
withstand a
valid
lot. And yeah.
Now, does that have to do with the materials that you guys are getting, or are they different from what other people may use to build their house without Torch?
Actually, a lot of different organizations that do nonprofit work building houses have taken Torch's model and made their own from it because it's been the most successful so far. So that's been cool to see like other houses that look kind of like it but are a little bit different. And I think it also depends on the location. Like some of the houses were built in these really dry areas, and one of them, on the first day we went, it was like right next to a river. So it was pretty basic terrain, and then the next day was literally like we built it up against another house. That was like, that's when we were just giving the property. So I think it depends on probably the location, like how much wear and tear it gets.
Yeah,
Family that's living there.
Yeah, some of the older houses that were not done by Torch are like stone and stuff, but a lot of the like newer houses and stuff are made out of wood, and all of them basically across the board have tin roofs usually.
So what other activities did you guys do? You mentioned that you built 2 houses in 12 hours total. What other, that's pretty great. I think you guys deserve some sort of medal or award or something for that. But what other activities did you guys do as far as getting to know the community and the people there, or even just other service events?
So one thing we did during one morning and afternoon, we went to one of the towns and worked at a soup kitchen. But it's a soup kitchen specifically for children. So so it only serves children, and it serves two sessions, I guess you would say, 2 shifts. during lunchtime, and it feeds, I think, 140 kids altogether. So kids come, the way school works there, some kids go in the morning, some go in the afternoon. So like the first round of kids would be the kids that had just finished school, and they would come and they get their lunch and that they wouldn't otherwise get. And then after that, the second round of kids gets a lunch. So we helped them out, and it was pretty much, it started out just like a mom in the village decided to just do this because she saw that it was like a necessity. But now it's grown into like a full-blown nonprofit supported by people, like outsiders and things like that. So it's really cool.
We also, on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, we made 300 bologna and cheese sandwiches and packaged them up, which was just really, that was an experience, touching all that bologna. But then we took a bus up to like the top of this mountain and to the dump, it was called. And it was a dump. It was like where the garbage trucks and all of the waste from the whole capital of Honduras, which was pretty big, are dropped off there, and there's trucks coming in every minute, and there's about 300 people?
Oh, yeah.
There was over 300 people, mostly men, some women and children who walk up to 2 hours a day and back there every day to look for, I don't know, like plastic for their houses. And there's like a recycling plant on the bottom of the mountain, so if they look for stuff that can be recycled, they get paid for finding those things, or like look for shoes. Like one day, we were working with another nonprofit there, and we helped them load shoes up into a dump truck. So they're like brand new shoes that they bought from the community, so then the kids up at the top of the mountain would get the shoes from them. So that was definitely a very like shocking experience, I think. Like I wasn't really expecting to be surprised by the things that I saw there, because like other poverty that I've experienced, and that was definitely like very shocking to see that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like vultures and dogs just kind of everywhere. It was really crazy.
Yeah, and that's what some people like. The reason they go up there is they don't have jobs, so that's like supplementary income. They can go and find, you know, even just a little bit of something that they can sell to a recycling plant, or shoes, like Hannah said, to use for themselves. So yeah.
So you guys seem to have a wide variety of experiences while you were there. What drew you guys to apply to Honduras? I know that this was the first trip. You can always be a little bit nervous, not sure what to do. Like, why did you guys decide to apply?
I know for me, part of it was I've never done an international service trip. I do a lot of service here at LaSalle, and I did service trips in high school, and I did a service trip here my freshman year. But I had never gone outside the country to do service, so that was definitely really appealing to me. I felt like I was missing something by not, you know, stepping outside of the box and experiencing poverty somewhere else and experiencing a culture somewhere else other than in our own country. So that definitely was a draw for me. And I'm also a Spanish major, so so I just thought it would be a really cool opportunity to go on a service trip, have this experience, and be able to communicate with the people there in their own language. So that was really cool.
Absolutely. Awesome. For me, I think I knew I wanted to apply for an international trip because I've done them before and I really like them, and I feel like I've grown after each one. I was in Ecuador a few years ago, so I thought it'd be cool to compare the two countries. I like speaking Spanish. And I think I was also attracted to like the unknown, not knowing what we were going to really be doing there. And I remember on one of the information sessions, Kara and Sierra, who are our coordinators, they were like, yeah, it's pretty much up to us. We can kind of just design it. We can choose how many houses we want to build or how many orphanages we want to go to, how many communities we want to feed, that kind of thing, based on like the money that we allocate to different things. So that was really cool to see that so much of the trip was like up to our own individual expression.
That's really cool.
For the future of the Honduras trip, I'm sure you guys are going to want to continue it and continue maybe even going back if that's something you're interested in. What do you think the trip, how will it evolve? Do you think they'll do just about the same things, or it's all up in the air still? What do you think?
Well, we just found out yesterday that we're actually coordinating it next year, so we will be going back for sure. Yeah, so we're really excited.
Maybe we planned this.
But yeah, so we're really excited, and I know we definitely we're very passionate about it after being there. Hannah's going back this summer, so I think that there's elements of the trip that we really loved, and we're definitely going to keep, but we're willing to kind of open it up, explore new options. And I
think it'll be really cool to see how the trip grows over the next few years. And I think it's going to be like definitely a lot of people are going to be really interested in applying for it. So it'll be good. We're excited.
Where did you guys stay when you stayed in Honduras? And I know you guys went to the capital, right? Where were you guys, in a certain cabin, or did you camp out? Like, give us.
No, we actually lived really nice.
It was actually really nice.
We were surprised.
We lived in like Honduras, the capital city, Tegucigalpa, is like at the bottom of, it's in like a bowl, so it's the bottom of mountain ridges. So we stayed kind of like midway up one of the mountains at I guess a villa, you would call it. It was basically a church's property, and they have a bunch of rooms that they, people can come stay for mission trips and things like weddings, stuff like that. So Torch has an agreement with, I think, that place so that we can stay there when we go.
That's awesome. All right, do you want to ask your question?
I guess we could. It's about that time, guys, and we gave you fair warning, but is there a song that stuck out to you guys while you were on the trip, stuck out to your group? It doesn't have to sum up your trip in general, maybe just a song that was always there, and whenever you hear it now, it reminds you.
Yeah, so we didn't have like a song going into it necessarily, like our theme song, but while we were there, we listened to Roses by the Chainsmokers a lot, which obviously is a big song here right now. But yeah, we would listen to it. Someone brought a speaker on the bus, so we would go up and down the mountain, back and forth every day. And that was kind of just like on repeat when we would make those trips.
It was a cool song to be traveling down the mountain, beautiful views of the city, and it was really cool.
Did you get to see a lot of the countryside or the city life or anything like that?
Yeah, we spent most of the time in the capital, but we would go out to separate communities, like where we built the houses and stuff, or like far up, like 2-hour dirt road walk for some of the communities. So
yeah, we really saw a lot.
And from stalking your Facebook page, I saw a lot of interesting foods that you guys got to eat. Lots of fruits.
Really good food.
Nachos, did I see?
Yeah,
Nachos.
a lot of corn
How was
tortillas.
the food?
So
Amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Number one thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Doña Katzi, who worked at the villa, she would make us our meals every day. Incredible, so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Well, we're really glad that you guys came to talk to us. We wanted to know more about this new trip. Maybe some of our viewers will apply now that they've seen you. And congratulations again on
congratulations.
getting
Thank you.
coordinators. That's super exciting. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we hope that everyone here watching at home enjoyed learning about Honduras from two of the best people, I would say, to explain it to us.
Join us after this quick break to learn more about our community service and business fraternity, Delta Sigma Pi.
I'm starving. I could eat the entire container. Ooh, these are good. I love me some goldfish. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm not really hungry right now. I think I'm just gonna make myself something later. Just eat at home. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Man, I'm stuffed. One more snack though. This chip and dip looks pretty good. Ugh, I can't believe I ate all this. I'm ashamed of myself. I couldn't even look myself in the mirror.
We're back with Community Links, the show that brings service to you. We're here with DSP Service Chair Dan Hall to learn more about how our fraternity's involvement how they're involved in community service around our local community. So hi Dan, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so first of all, congratulations on DSP. You've been in it for the year now, both semesters?
Yeah, I just got inducted last November.
Okay, awesome. So I know from a few other friends the tough process that it is, whether it's like keeping your grades up, you have to pass a certain amount of tests, all that stuff. So congratulations on making it into the business fraternity.
Yeah.
And you're only a freshman and you have a chair position. That's awesome.
Yeah, me and 2 other pledge members from our group are on e-board this semester, and we got voted in by our peers, our brothers in the fraternity. And I really like it because it's like a co-ed fraternity.
Yeah.
And it just like brings in a whole bunch of different perspectives to the process of everything we do.
Very nice.
Awesome. So when you were done pledging and you were a full-fledged brother, did you apply for service chair? Did you kind of get like nominated into it? How did that happen?
Yeah, we had to be nominated for our spots, so that was an honor to be asked to do that. And went up, gave a speech, asking or like telling all of our qualifications, and afterwards the whole fraternity would vote on who they wanted, and I was lucky enough to get accepted.
Awesome. Very cool. Do you have a background with service, or was it just something you wanted to start, maybe?
Oh yeah, I've been doing service ever since like 3rd grade or something.
So we'll say you're pretty good
Yeah,
at it
you're
then.
pretty much an expert.
Yeah, helping out at our parish's garage sale every summer. We would just go load up the tables, and then anything that wasn't bought, we loaded it up on a truck that went to a charity and they would do whatever they pleased with it. Besides that, and then I would help at the Vacation Bible School in the summer as well as one of the crew leaders for the elementary school kids. And when I got to high school, my junior and senior year, I was the head of the blood drive committee, and yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. I enjoy all of community service.
That's awesome. And I think that proves that you have the credentials to go into and take this position in DSP, that you were ready to do your best.
Yeah, I believe it helped me be able to know what to do. It was weird jumping in, just like not even being in it fully for a semester yet. It was crazy, like having all these responsibilities. It was a little overwhelming at first, but our president, Ann, she helped me out, and everyone else was very supportive, which was nice.
Great.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
What kind of events do you plan as service chair? Because we know you are mostly like a business fraternity, co-ed fraternity, and you are involved in like helping students get ready for the business world, but what do you do service-wise?
Service-wise, our first event this semester, we went and helped at the Sunday Breakfast Rescue Mission, which serves a meal to anyone in need, like anyone homeless down in Center City, and we helped prepare the platters and handed it about, and cleaned it all up afterwards, and it was a good time.
So did you help plan that event, or do you run it? Like, are you the contact for all the brothers?
One of our brothers inducted in my class, Rohan Brown. He's on the basketball team. He was the one who told me about it, and he goes like every few weeks himself, and he's been doing that for a while, he said. And he mentioned it to me once, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. That'd be something awesome we could do. And he gave me who to talk to, and we planned it out and got it done. And now we're trying to do it at least like once a month if we can, a couple times a semester.
Awesome. That's really, really cool. So you don't have a plan really going in where you're going to volunteer. It's kind of just maybe what comes along or what you hear from other people. Like you said, you heard it from Rohan. Do you ever have someone that comes in with an idea and you say, yeah, sure, like a new brother or a pledge that you then consider as a volunteer opportunity?
Yeah, I take ideas from anyone. There's so many opportunities, like in such a big city like Philadelphia, and it's out of region. Anything helps. We do about 4 events a semester, or more if we can, and yeah, any idea is good. Or if no one brings any, I'm going out looking. I'll ask my chair committee if they have any ideas, and they'll go around searching online on flyers. We'll join up with other groups sometimes, but it's a fun process.
Good.
Do you have any projects or ideas in the works now that you're thinking about for this semester, next semester, that you're kind of contacting people for, you have coming up?
Yeah, actually, we just did our second event last Saturday at the Little Sisters of the Poor, and they're a little outside of Center City, but we went and moved all their furniture around outdoors for them, planted all their flowers for the spring, and brought out furniture from the basement and set them up. It's an elderly home that families can't take care of their parents or anything, so they take them in there, and they're at maximum capacity of 96 elderly residents right now, I think. And so we just went and helped them.
That's awesome.
Lots of manual labor,
Yeah.
lots of carrying things.
Yeah, we're all about that work.
So when you guys were there, what was the experience like? Did you get to talk to anyone? Were you mostly interacting with each other? But do you think it helped DSP members to kind of get to know each other a little bit more?
Oh yeah, every event we do, it allows us to get to know each other more because everyone expresses themselves in everything they do. And it was nice because all the elderly folks there would come and talk to us while we were moving stuff around, and thanking us just for bringing it out. Because once we set out all the furniture, like just a horde of them came out there and were filling them all up as soon as they could, because all this nice weather's coming around.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, we were instructed by the head nun there, and she loved it. She was just thanking us the whole time, which is nice. Being able to help people, I like doing that, and that's why I've been doing it since I was little.
What kind of service do you do on campus? Like, do you ever do fundraisers that LaSalle students can get involved in, whether it's donating money or anything like that? Do you do anything like tabling or anything?
Yeah, for fundraising, that's Bill in our brotherhood. He is the head of fundraising, and we've had a few tabling events where they would be selling cookies or donuts or something, and we're just raising money to support ourselves to get wherever we need to go, and we're also doing a can drive, helping out on the LGU food drive. They're a great organization, and I love that whole idea that they're doing with the can drive, and we're bringing out canned carrots for them. And anyone who asks, we're usually there trying to help them. Yeah.
Awesome. So I know that as a fraternity, you guys aren't like, you are a business fraternity, so you have everyone in the fraternity needs to be business oriented. But do you think that service isn't acknowledged enough in fraternities, or do you think people may not see being in a fraternity as an opportunity to learn and do service? Can you comment on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's an understated part about fraternities and sororities, just Greek life overall, is how much service they do. All the social fraternities around campus, they do amazing work for organizations, raising money. DeFi has they had their program last semester, and the Greek God and Goddesses, I know that does a lot of good stuff. And it's just, everyone always thinks of it as like a hanging out social aspect of a fraternity, but a major part of it is trying to help out people all over that anyone can do.
Yeah,
Great.
and being business majors, I'm sure that definitely helps and gives you guys kind of like a leg up on the competition, so to speak, as far as fundraising. How has like your education with finance and marketing helped you at all, if any, in your position?
It helps all the time. Just like our business school is great here. The new building is awesome. It's a long
Little
walk.
plug.
Yeah,
we
it's a
know.
long walk down here from Newman, which is where I live. But I enjoy it. It does help planning events. Like we're able to allocate enough money, like spread it out wherever we want, where it's needed the most. But it definitely helps having a business background.
Yeah. Nice. So we don't have that much time left, but I just want you to comment maybe on where you see community service with DSP going. Do you want to get more events? Do you want to maybe have someone that you always partner with? maybe like a certain group? Do you have any ideas specifically as the service chair?
Yeah, we're always looking for more opportunities to help as much as we can, because we believe like as much as you put in, you'll get out. So we want to do that a lot. Little Sisters of the Poor was great. They take everything, or 95% of their income is by donation only. So we thought it would be great if we could go back again next semester. And again, with the Sunday Breakfast Rescue Mission, we're trying to go back there more and more every semester if we can.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We want to thank everyone for watching at home and for joining us for this episode of Community Links. And we hope that you find your special group on campus, just like Dan has. And we'll plug it all we can. DSP, if you're a business major, anything like that, join DSP and get involved with service.
And also we have our Honduras trip that we talked to earlier. Always go out for service trips. At the beginning of every year, they always have service trips meetings, so you can get to know the coordinators, you can get to know Hannah and Casey before you even go. So that's always a good place to look as well.
Yeah, also just keep in mind any activity that you do on campus, as you can see through DSP, no matter what it is, there's always a service aspect. So get out there, get involved, and make a difference.
Yeah. If you have any questions about how to contact us, you can visit our website at lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV, or you can follow us on Twitter at CL_LA_SALLE.
You can also get more information about LaSalle service opportunities on UMass's website at studentaffairs.lasalle.edu/UMass. On behalf of myself and everyone here at LaSalle TV, we hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, guys.